got your wig, ho. Ha ha. You're mad. Miss Wikiana. Miss Wikiana.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Before we get into this video, everything I say is not motherfucking fact in this bitch, so don't take it as such.
Girls can't take my motherfucking mouth, bitch. My mouth is real, it is raw, it is raunchy, bitch. I'm gonna give the girls exactly what the fuck they asked for. The girls is going to know my rap. Trust me.
Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, this is the Wikiana, Karen Huger's wig, whatever. Whatever you want to call me in this bitch. Yeah. Welcome to the recap of the Corroded Peaches, the reunion part 2. We are wrapping it up. No more Rotten Peaches unless they continue with the same cast next season. I hope not. No shade. I don't want y'all to lose y'all's jobs. This is me talking to the Corroded Peaches. I'm just saying. Y'all had a chance to step it up and so it's time to squash some peaches and maybe get some new peaches picked from a tree. Yeah, how about that? So where we left off last week with some of the Corroded Peaches are Courtney, kissing cousin. I don't want to call her that because I don't know her to be a kissing cousin, but it's just giving me the vibes of kissing cousins because like you explain your relationship and that you guys are cousins by like marriage or in-laws or something of the sort, but it's just, I saw a clip of him rubbing his hand down your booty, and I don't, like, does family do that? I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of strange, but whatever y'all do, that's what y'all do. And yeah, so let's get into cousin Courtney and Queen or Junior Strappiana.
Did you visit Ty in Texas?
First of all, I saw her. I went to her game. Okay, and I did not need Ralph. I don't know what Ralph's been doing. A lot of things. Like, if we're going to talk about that, that's a whole nother conversation.
They trying to out this poor girl. And at this point, she need to just out herself because, I mean, it's just your lives are catching up to you. And I know you don't want to, maybe you are not out. You don't want to express your sexuality. Maybe you're exploring it. So maybe that's the issue she's having. She's still exploring it and everybody else is trying to define what's going on. But also you need to be honest about the relationship with Ty. Nobody's saying you have to own up to being a lesbiana or a strappiana, as I like to say. But at least to the relationship with Ty, because as a parent, something was going on, or maybe everybody's lying on you. I don't know. But it's okay, whatever, girl.
The 9 years of my marriage,
right?
Because she doesn't know anything about it.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, her and Ralph have gotten together. She has been coached by Ralph.
Yes, it's me pausing again as it's a recap. I know some of you guys have a hard time catching that, and sometimes I do too, because when I'm watching videos on YouTube, I often don't have my glasses on. So yeah, but I'm not often typing asinine comments. So obviously I'm going to be talking during the recap, so I don't know what's not clicking. So yeah, get out of my face. No, I'm playing. Thank you for watching. Just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I guess that helps for the algorithm. Maybe not. I don't know how that works. But anyways, let's get back into the point I was making before I got distracted. As some of you guys know, again, I have ADHD in this bitch, so yeah. But do I think that Courtney, cousin Courtney, whatever you guys want to call her, whatever she wants to call herself, do I think she was coached by Ralph? Definitely. I mean, she just knows a lot. Maybe Ralph could just be venting to her, but like, again, they just kind of met and they just found out that they were cousins. So just to, I don't know. It's just giving weird. So I don't know what's going on. But anyways, I feel like Drew, again, should be honest about the whole Ty thing at this point. I feel like we're deflecting and now moving on to a different subject before we clear up one subject. I want to know about the Ty thing. No, I don't really, but can we just clear it up? So we can just end the topic of conversation if you are really strapping it down with Ty. It doesn't matter, as I say, living on but like it matters to the show as they are obviously wanting this to be a storyline. So yeah.
It was genuinely trying to establish a relationship with Drew that was authentic, and it was very challenging. And some of the things that I had heard the other women say about Drew I was starting to experience those things for myself. And I realized a lot of the depiction of Ralph from Tampa, like when I learned about what happened in Tampa and how certain things were filmed that of course never aired, and Drew knew where he was, and they were actually on the verge of getting divorced then, which is why he was in Tampa, and Drew knew where he was. And I was like, Ralph, why were you okay with running with that storyline? And he was like, well, Drew thought it would be good for the camera. I don't think she realized how negatively it was going to affect me. And he's talking to me. I was like, really? And so just as he's talking to me, I'm like, I just can't imagine being married to someone, or just Bryce and I co-parenting Jayla, and me doing something on national TV that's going to destroy his reputation, because that's her father forever. So you've got these kids, and you really thought that was a great storyline to run with. And then I started to learn more and more, and I really couldn't believe some of the things that was happening in that marriage. So I am not here to like, it's gonna all come out. So like I said, stay tuned, but you're gonna be pleasantly surprised. And I think before, when I was watching seasons before, I was like, Ralph is an asshole, right? And now that I know everything, I'm like, this is very interesting.
Well, yeah, that is what's starting to happen. But so when this whole thing happened, because that was Drew and Ralph's first season, she knew the whole time where he was in Tampa.
Yes. And there were, from what I understand, they filmed some of that, but they went with this storyline not knowing it would go as far as it went.
I just feel like I'm beating a dead horse by saying that Ralph and Courtney, kissing cousin Courtney's relationship is weird, but I mean, here we are, so I'm just gonna let it go. But you just seem to know a lot. Like, girl, you doing PR for him now? He really is putting it down. He got all these girls acting a goddamn fool. I want to taste. I'm hush. I'm gonna close my legs to marry men. I'm not Kimiana, and apparently I'm not kissing cousin Courtney. I don't want to keep calling her that because it's not to be true. I don't know it to be true, but it's just giving me those vibes. And again, here I am talking about it after I said I wanted to be done. Can we move on to some new storylines? But half this damn reunion is going to be this relationship with Drew and so on. Drew was telling the truth for once. I do think that Ralph was filling Courtney up with information to run back to the group. So yeah. And then I do think that Courtney was telling the truth in her little PR interview for Ralph about the fake storylines that they both had, and now they got caught up in it, and now it's biting them in the booty hole. Maybe not. Maybe it worked in their favor, but here we are.
Conjuring up things and regurgitating it, and I don't have to answer to her.
Do you lie to everybody? Stop it.
Girl, you don't know one, like, you don't even know
I know
me.
you're a compulsive liar. It's clear.
When did Ralph tell you he was planning on divorcing Drew?
When he knew for sure about the affair and he had the evidence.
And when was that?
I can't remember exactly.
Well, was it like after Portugal?
Yeah, it was after Portugal.
Are there any moments throughout while filming when something comes up where Ralph actually was like, hey, I've been meaning to ask you about this and scene? Like, has he ever approached you? There's something we may not have seen in the episode?
No, he and I were talking, and it wasn't like we were talking every day, right? Like, the funny part was we were, like, talking to our cousins, because we just couldn't even believe it, right? Because I'm real close to my cousins, and he is too. And so we were definitely, it was more of, like, that stuff, and then we would talk. I knew, as soon as I met him, I knew he was ready to divorce Drew.
Yes, come on, flashback clip. Obviously, I had to throw that in there because they were asking Courtney about the divorce, so I had to throw in some reference in that bitch. And now that I did, I'm thinking to myself, Courtneyana, how do you know when you first meet somebody that they're ready to divorce? I mean, I guess they could have a sour look on their face, or you could be a fan of the show so you know what's going on. But, I mean, are you psychic, girl? Let me know, because you seem to know it all, and that's okay. But, like I said, it's giving weirdo vibes, and I don't know, it just seems like you're waiting for the days that he gets a divorce so you can just slide on in there, cousin. How you gonna explain it then? Okay, I'm gonna stop like I said earlier, but I'm just whatever.
Candy, what do you know about the Ty
Disgusting.
rumors or relationship?
All I know is that Drew said that, that would be her girl crush. She said it to you, and she said it to my makeup artist. And then my makeup artist said it to Erica, and Erica brought Ty to the set the next day.
Ty, well, she's cool. Me and Ty are cool. We friends too. But she's known to the public because she used to be in a relationship with Mimi, who used to also be on the other reality show, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And so Ty is a public person, meaning she's been in the public eye before. She has had her own professional career as an athlete in the WNBA before. So she's had her own career of success or whatever. So it's not like she's, trying to put herself out there, and she's not trying to get any hype off of this situation. Right. So I want y'all to be clear. This ain't a person who just tried to send a story to the blogs or anything. So this was not sent by Ty. Now, I'm just trying to make that clear. Right. But apparently, Mimi, who used to be in a relationship with Ty, had posted a picture. What she post? I forgot.
A pic of Drew and Ty, I think, right?
She posted a picture of Drew and Ty.
Oh, Ty was at Ralph's party?
Mm-hmm. Ty was at Ralph's party.
I didn't know that.
So
Did Ralph know Ty prior to this? No, I don't think.
No, Drew did invite Ty to the party, to be clear. Now,
child, that's news for me.
No, she invited Ty to Ralph's party.
Oh, well, so you didn't go?
Mm-mm. I wasn't invited because
You saying to Ralph's party?
Yeah. Okay. He invited me, and then me and Drew were like beefing. I was like, "That's not a good idea." And he's like, "All right, cool." Like,
Mm-hmm.
But I was invited. I chose not to go because of where Drew and I were.
Right. So anyway, to be clear to everyone, this tea dropped in the blogs. It was going viral as Drew was sitting down in her chair.
It is at.
I was just thinking about when I was here and Ralph was here.
Rumor starts to circulate after Drew and Ralph's divorce news.
I don't really have my ear to the streets like that, so I wasn't hearing a lot of rumors. I mean, obviously I know the stuff that they go through that we've all seen, like they've struggled with and the gaslighting, all that kind of stuff, but I was literally shocked.
There was a lot of rumors out there.
There's a lot of
rumors out there.
That
me and
Sheree
here was in the street.
I mean, it's just the energy we're in. I have no idea. When it came out, it was definitely, because I found out with you actually in my
You were in the
interview,
chair.
right?
Rumors are just that, they're rumors. Had I heard some things after they filed for divorce, but never before.
Now, what I will say is, on this episode, I did not like how she tried to drop in there about, what did she say? I met Ty on Candy's movie.
Like you were the mastermind behind
Candy's
this whole
movie.
thing. Candy, you're good.
I'm like, why she sitting up there acting like I'm like, she's acting like I am the mastermind of her being a full-out lesbian and going on.
Candy, you are good, girl.
Why did she drop my name in there like that? And it was the way she said it.
You know why.
She said, on Candy's movie. What? Girl. And as soon as they put that out, I knew somebody was going to try to blame me.
Candy, I don't think anybody was blaming you for or was going to blame you for the hookup with Ty and Drew. It's just that you've been calling Drew Strappiana out all season, and I know it's because she called you a liar, but whatever happened again to the beginning thing that you said, that was whatever happens in the dungeon stays in the dungeon, or whatever you freaky hoes say. I don't know. I'm not judging you freaky hoes. I'm just saying I don't know what goes on in the dungeon because I don't have a dungeon, but I'm just saying everything is out of the dungeon now. If the dungeon never happened, we would never have these problems. No Bolo, no problems. Here we are now. I don't want to blame Bolo and his strap and his ding-a-lang thing, but I'm just saying he's not to be blamed. But here we are, and we're still talking about kisses from years ago and now lesbian relationships now that we have, which I'm here for. It's just now you're forcing it upon. This is where it stemmed from, is what I'm saying. It stemmed all from the kiss. No, it didn't stem from the damn. Look, I'm getting confused in all of this nonsense of the Strappy Anna and the Ty storyline, Drew. It's time for you to be honest. Everybody's pulling out receipts on you. I hate that you're being, pulled out of your closet, but you signed up for this reality show shit, so here we are, girl. Spill it. Or where's Ty? Ty, girl. call me. We need you, Queen Strap, to speak because you're putting it down on everybody and got them acting a fool. You got Ty acting a fool, or not Ty, you Ty. You got Mimi acting a fool, posting that Drew is a snake on her Instagram. So you got the two girls mad at each other when you're the Strap that's pinning them against each other and not in a good way. So you need to get in here and clear it up, Miss Ty, okay? Or whatever you want to go by. I don't mean to be problematic. I'm just saying, you need to get in here and clear it up, okay? Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. This Strapiana storyline is wearing me out. And so much so, it's confusing me, as you just heard in this bitch, that I started to blame Candy on her. Even though she was to be blamed a little bit. Because, again, like I said, whatever happened to things stay in the dungeon, that went on in the dungeon. And now 3 years later, plus, we are talking about what happened in the dungeon. But beyond that, Drew is to blame for whatever happened in the dungeon and now outside of the dungeon with Ty. Not that she should be shamed for it. I'm just saying, like, you should just be honest at this point because everybody, again, is just pulling out receipts on you girls. So soon they're going to pull out the strap on you. So, like I said, Ty need to speak or your strap or whatever, girl. Just get the straps in order.
And so
you say you don't like girls?
Yeah, if I ever did, you know.
She was at Ralph's birthday party.
Marlo, what do you and Sheree know about this?
Oh my gosh. I'm just being quiet, and the mumbles is gonna mumble over here and listen.
Oh my gosh, I so don't want to be in the middle of this, but I was given some information. It was dropped off to my house a couple days ago.
To the Chateau.
I don't want to be in the middle of it, but I brought receipts to the reunion. Okay, girl, yes. And you know Courtney brought this shit to the Chateau, girl. Let's be for real. Okay. I don't know this to be true, but I mean, who else is dropping shit off at the Chateau? I mean, I guess it could be some disgruntled ex-member of Drew's camp that she didn't pay, but it's just given to me, Courtney, through Ralph, but go off.
They dropped it off at the Chateau, honey.
Okay.
Okay. And it just paints a different picture of their relationship, her and Ty.
Were they photographs? Were
What is it? Shared it to me.
These are private messages that are between Ty and, I'm assuming, Drew. Courtney, did you drop these off at Sheree's house?
I promise I did not. I knew it
because Ralph brought it to you.
Do you feel weird being in that space where people are like, yo, I just want to give you information so you could be as messy as possible so I can watch you turn up on the show?
Absolutely, because I'm like, get a life. Don't you see I have enough mess to deal with in my own life? Thank you, but no thank you.
I do think it's being a little more transparent now because so when I did reality TV, there was that wall was still up where it was like, you can't say, well, the producers told me to bring up. But now I'm hearing a lot of that on this season where they're like, well, they told me to bring up this situation with the $1,000 and you not paying the chef, or they told me to bring up. Do you feel like somebody you got in the issue with at the beginning, Candy, do you feel like Candy gets a pass when it comes to having to like discuss some of those controversial topics?
So I don't think she gets a pass. I think that she doesn't discuss what she doesn't want to, and that's okay. I think that, you know, you don't have to. I mean, there are things I'll get as a beat, which is what you're supposed to talk about. If I'm not comfortable or if I don't feel that 100%, I'm not going to talk about it because I'm accountable to everything I say, right? Yeah. So I think Candy is good at only talking about what she wants to talk about, right?
Damn, Courtney, another interview about Ralph. Okay, I'm starting to see what's going on here. You know how Monica on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City snatched Jen's snowflake? I feel like that's what's going on here. Courtney wants to snatch her cousins Peach and her man. What's going on? Well, I know what's going on. I answered it. I'm playing. I don't know if that's the truth, obviously, but it's just, like I said earlier, something is real sour, and I don't like that incest, and I know y'all not blood, but whatever, girl. And anyways, who's dropping this stuff off at the Chateau? I thought it was Cousin Courtney, quote-unquote Cousin Courtney, but I'm thinking, is it Mimi? Did she take a screenshot of the messages? Because how did they get messages? What's going on? How did they get these DMs or texts? What's happening here? So either Ty leaked these messages and gave to Sheree, or Mimi. Somebody did. What's going on? I was going to put the blame on Cousin Courtney, but not this time.
If these are real, which we don't know they are, they're very incriminating.
They're very friendly. We're friends.
Are there any naked pictures in there or kitty cats? Can I see them?
I want to see them.
Yeah, you select the reading right
I was just trying to find something incriminating.
This is not anything incriminating.
What? My DMs are popping.
I didn't see that part.
Me and you texting like that?
That is what Ty said to me.
Candy said, hold on now, you don't see these text messages, Kenya? You don't see anything incriminating? In fact, on Candy, speak on it. Speak on it. Shout out to Danity Kane, though. No, on a real note, on Candy Speak on It, she said that Drew's text messages with Ty were very incriminating in this bitch. So, what's going on? I want to see what the messages were saying. Why did y'all show it? And then also, again, my question is, how did they get these messages? Did somebody take a picture of Drew's phone or Ty's phone or something? Like, they had to get these private text messages. Like I said, Drew, you need to get your straps in order because they're leaking messages. They're now on the show that you're working for. Now messing up your business. Making it look like you're a liar. Girl, get your straps in order.
Foremost, if you saw my DMs are popping.
Okay. The texts are real? So they're real? Those are real texts?
I don't know. Ralph is really...
I was like, let me read this real quick before they take it back. I saw the part when it says, good morning. I couldn't remember, like, who was saying what.
Drew, I don't think you and Candiana are really friends because she be ready to spill the tea on your ass. Or not even spill the tea on your ass, just tell the truth on your ass. So, maybe she's a friend that keeps you accountable, but I don't think y'all really are friends. It's not giving that. We move on and we see Drew come out, or not Drew, Ralph come out. Drew needs to come out, but we see Ralph come out, him too. Okay, let me stop, because I'm not shaming anybody or, rushing anybody to come out in this bitch. Everybody comes out in their own time. I'm just saying, what's going on here? Y'all all need to live it up. Y'all don't need to, but it would be nice for y'all to live it up. But anyways, like I was trying to say, Ralph comes out for the next segment in this bitch, and they start talking about the assistant who was confirming some of the Ty rumors of Drew and, again, Ty strapping each other down. Okay, not strapping each other down, I'm just dramatic, but having some sort of relationship.
But is it true?
Oh my God. He told a few people.
He's been going around telling quite a few people.
Your assistant did tell people that.
What assistant?
Did. The guy that's in the clip when you are in your trailer.
Don't lie on his name. We've had
No. He's actually going to say it. Nobody's lying.
Ralph is the streets. This all started with Ralph.
Not her blaming Ralph. I don't think he made this whole Ty thing up. And if he did, maybe, I don't know. I'm not in y'all's relationship, but I'm thinking to myself, I could have sworn Candy said that you had a girl crush on Ty. So somebody on set heard that, told Ty, brought Ty to the set, and she was there almost every day through filming. And then now your assistant is telling on you, but now you're saying that Candy and Ralph are lying on you too, or lying on the assistant, not to lie on his name. Girl, he lying on you, or telling the truth on you. Girl, everybody can't be lying. I guess they could be, but I mean, just why would... Okay, girl, whatever.
Oh, who is that?
Who is this? Ooh, I love it. I love that you did that.
I know you do love it.
I love this.
Oh.
A woman?
Marlo, please, I heard you say that. A guy or girl. You not slick hoe.
That's his phone number.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Is it his picture or her picture?
This is a woman.
Oh.
With a big ass. Saying, are you gonna...
Is that you? What did it say, Andy?
It said, are you gonna bring me back that dick?
Oh.
Not that gagging at the big butt. Ralph, what's going on? What's going on with these messages? I'm playing. Let's just be honest, Ralph, and let's just tell them the truth. These messages are from me. And it's just time that everybody knows, and it's just time that you be honest with her. And her being Drew. I'm playing. I ain't being no home wrecking hoe, but I just want to have a little fun. But Ralph, for real, if these messages are real, what's happening here? Obviously, they are real, so who's this big booty hoe?
And there's
Can you do me a favor?
That's what I've been going through over the years.
Yes.
And you just apologized to me, and you won't even come out
Drew,
here.
Drew.
This is where it gets really interesting. You were gonna come out here and stand on your word.
Drew, girl, should you be giving advice about people standing on their word when you've been lying all season almost in this whole reunion? Okay, let's not play games.
And apologize, just like you did off camera. I was hoping you would actually come on here and do right by me, but you choose not to. You want to further embarrass me. I've had 3 years on this platform of embarrassment. And this is not because of the show, because we've been dealing with this since Chicago.
Okay, hold on. I was thinking this to myself. I'm about to be a hypocrite in this bitch, which is okay, because I've often been a hypocrite on this channel, and I'm grown, so yeah, I can change my opinion in this bitch. I was thinking, like I was saying, Drew was the MVP of carrying this season due to all her antics, but I just think to myself, I don't want any of this next season. No more Tyler Perry-ness, no more Tyler Perry storylines, no more Tyler Perry plays vibes in this bitch. And this isn't shade to Tyler Perry, because I love me a Madea flick, or used to. But he, not for a reality show. Although he could give y'all a spinoff on BET, I would like that and get you guys out of my face. And you guys could have like a Tequila reality show with both sex. Yes, men and women. Yes, so y'all can really live it up. You and Ralph find a spouse. Yes, a new one. Yes, or y'all can share. Yes, okay. Either or, there are options for new shows, new spinoffs, get you off of the Housewives. Anyways, we move on to see Candiana get questioned about her flatline storyline. I'll give you my opinion on Candiana after, if you guys ask. You guys didn't, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Yeah.
You act like you're above everyone and never want to share anything other than your business. Don't you think you should step down or take a break since you're so busy? Hardly ever show up for the girls and do not want to discuss any personal business that doesn't show you in a good light.
Ooh, did I write that question? Get Candy out of my face. No, I'm playing. Like I said in my other recaps, I feel like Candy has given everything. We've seen her plan for funerals. We've seen weddings. We've seen her mama want to fight her husband. We've seen almost everything in this bitch, to the point I don't want to see any more Candiana. I'm sorry, unless it's a spinoff. I do like her spinoffs. I'm not knocking those. I just, on the Housewives, I mean, she was so bored this season talking about how she was getting pulled away from her events to have to come film. So, yeah, just leave. I don't know. You're boring me. So, yeah. Again, this isn't knocking her spinoffs. I'm not knocking her hustle and her getting her coins. I like seeing that on a different show. I don't really care to see her on Housewives anymore. Not to say I don't like to see women get to the bag on Housewives. It's just we've seen everything we can from Candy. We like wrapping up other girls' storylines. Why can't we wrap up Candy? She's not anything worth keeping. No shade.
I've shown plenty of my personal business on TV all throughout the years. Hell, the Candy and the Gang show all of our dirty laundry and our restaurant.
Okay, hold on. Let me not be a Candiana advocate in this bitch, but I mean, she does share her life. It's just, do we care to hear more? Because we've seen everything. Again, nobody's hating on Candy, because I know y'all like to say that in the comments. Ooh, you just hating on Candy. You don't like to see a black woman win. What? What? I just don't want Candy in my face. And I do want to see her win, but on another show. How about that? Yes, okay? Because what is she really providing? Again, like I just said, to group scenes that much that we need her. That y'all are paying her that much.
You've shown every nook and cranny of your relationship with your mom, which has not been pretty.
Exactly.
Yes.
And on top of that, I would also have to say, you know the most about taking breaks, Sheree.
Taking breaks?
Yeah, you said maybe I should take a break and
oh, yes, because you guys
know the most
are
about taking breaks.
Lackluster, so they always have to bring me back.
I know that's right. You better respect the OG. They keep asking you to come back. It's not a good thing to keep getting fired, though. And they have to keep bringing you back because the season's lackluster. I mean, that is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. Because why can't you keep your peach? But Candy, you could learn a thing about taking a break because it, you know... I already explained what I just explained, so yeah, I'm not going to do it again. But for the haters who have selective hearing, I like Candiana, and I want to see her win, as I just said in this bitch, but on a spinoff or something. No more than Housewives. Wrap it up. Okay, y'all may not agree, but it don't matter, because it's my recap. So, ha.
Carter from Houston, Texas said, Sonia, how can you call yourself a friend to Kenya when in one breath she's helping you raise money from your charity, and in the next breath you're dragging her and shading her relationship?
Dragging her and shading what relationship?
The reason I unfollowed you.
What relationship? I'm not trying to play Kenya. I'm just saying, like, are we talking about that one with Roy? And the only time I seen you really get upset with Senya was because she didn't stick up for you about your booty when she was asked about it on Watch What Happened Live, and you got mad, and then you got mad at her for sticking up for Marlo. Like, okay, it's always Marlo. You always mad because Marlo done did some more. Marlo's to blame, or Marlo did this. Or, damn, girl, Marlo did everything to you, girl. She the one that then filled your booty with some. Okay, I'ma stop.
With you, Kenya. So,
Don't try to throw the smile in there.
as far as our friendship goes, I feel like I have been a very consistent friend to you. You know, when you hurt your knee, I sent you flowers. I felt like we were building. And then I felt like when you came to Ross's birthday party and I saw you, it felt a little bit lukewarm. So then I come to Birmingham when you invited us and you told me to go home and stay home. It just felt like the kind of friendship I feel like I want to have with you is not being reciprocated.
You're not being loyal to me, but I see you being loyal to her all day long when she's dead wrong.
How do I know if your butt's real or not? How am I supposed to know?
She and Marlo got together. The thing about Sonya is...
See what I mean? It's always Marlo did this. Marlo made me. Marlo this. Marlo. Girl, give Marlo a rest. I know you don't like her, and I know Marlo ain't an angel or a saint in this bitch. Far from it. But damn, she is not the cause and the root of all your issues.
I like Sonya.
Okay.
And there have just been so many things that have happened where I question her loyalty to me or her ability to be not biased in the situation between me and Marlo.
I feel like in that situation, I was literally calling out once again what I feel is a double standard.
When have you ever called Marlo out
You know
on
when I called her
camera?
out? When she sent the thing to LaToya.
Okay, hold on. Miss Kimara is across the street because I saw an interview with Carlos King and you were saying from your own mouth that your scenes got cut and you don't know why. So maybe saying your scenes got cut with her holding, you know, some of the girls accountable that you wanted her to hold accountable. So I don't know. I'm just trying to give her the benefit of the doubt because I feel like she does hold everybody accountable. It's just whether we see it or not. It's the thing. So I don't know. I'm not trying to stick up for Senya. I'm just saying, like, you out of your own mouth said this about production cutting scenes. So I don't know. So we move on and we see Candy and Marlo get into it as they're talking about the whole Biscuit and Bullet storyline and incident and whatnot.
2 years later, how did this become an issue?
Andy, it's a shooting. It's on the news. There was a shooting at Candy Bird's restaurant.
Okay.
My nephew just got shot 2 years ago. They used to work for her.
The shooting at Candy's restaurant, Old Lady Gang, is hitting home. My nephew was shot by someone he met at Old Lady Gang, okay? And that was his roommate.
The producer said, hey, there's an elephant in the room. None of y'all gonna bring it up? Y'all, every single person was scared to bring it up. And Drew, I give her props. She was the only one that had courage to bring it up. But when she brought it up, Drew said, y'all can really tell if you look at it. The incident that happened, girl, this was on the news. There was a shooting at Candy's restaurant. Blaze was on the news. But poor Drew was so scared. And she was the only one with enough courage to say, and I mean, when I tell y'all, Kenya, everybody looked at that girl like, if you don't be quiet, this is Queen Candy. We don't talk about anything negative that happens to her.
I'm not you. I'm not you.
I'm quiet.
I am an individual.
And you're in our route. You listen too. Listen while I'm quiet and I talk.
Somebody getting shot at, no disrespect to any of your family. I've lost a lot of family. I'm from Chicago. And you, out of all people, if you experienced it, why would I make a moment about that?
My nephew, who used to work with Candy, who used to work for Candy at Old Lady Gang, he got shot and killed. I called Candy, reached out to Candy, told her about it. And to me, I didn't get the acknowledgement I wanted from her. She didn't acknowledge it. Then, as you see, I went into her home a day or two later, and she had as if I never even texted her about it. So to me, it's all about the acknowledgement. It's about, if it was Marlo, let me tell you this, if it had been Marlo, I get it. I get incident sounds better than shooting. But don't you think defending myself sounds better than me stabbing somebody or cutting somebody? I'm confused. But this is my friend now. This is my friend who tried to get me a TV show. This is my friend who referred me to an agent. This is my friend. So if I call you and tell you my blood nephew, my sister's firstborn, was shot and murdered that used to work for you, he didn't work for you 10 years ago. He just worked for you. His death has been 2 years now, but he was still working for you less than 5 or 6 months ago. And you're not going to say, girl, I'm going to send flowers. I'm sorry to hear that, sis. Let me send a platter from Old Lady Gang. Let me reach out to your sister. Come on. Come on. I mean, how do you not acknowledge that? So do y'all get where I'm coming from? So any questions you have, ask. Because I want y'all to really be clear on why I was yelling. That shit triggered me. It triggered me to where here we go again. We sit here. If it's anything negative with Candy, it cannot be discussed. It won't be discussed. But let it be something negative with Marlo, it's going to be discussed. You feel my heart right now? Like, I'm being like, are you acting or are you for real? How if you die? You can Google. We're not doing that. My nephew is dead. My blood nephew is dead. My blood nephew is dead. You're talking about acting. No, you're acting about my nephew. My nephew is dead, bitch!
Before the end of the episode, Drew had mentioned an incident at Candy's place.
Right.
So I'm sitting there like, why are you saying incident?
It was a shooting.
It was a shooting.
Yes.
It was on the news. It was all over the world.
Yes.
And it was your nephew.
It's no way in hell if this would have happened at La Archive. If Candy's nephew worked at La Archive and there was a shooting at La Archive, but they said, oh, the incident that happened at La Archive, y'all know.
She tried to put on this thing. Like last week, I saw how they tried to show a clip. She tried to say, I don't like to show nothing, which is a motherfucking lie. I've been showing my life the entire time I've been on this show, okay? Now, what happened was, because I screenshot it just so you guys know, and I saw how she tried to lead you to believe something different with her text, that like I just didn't care, which was not true. Pause the TV if you don't believe. But actually, we're going to put the text up for you guys on the screen so you can read it real good for yourself. She said to me, Candy Ams, with the exclamation, Candy Ams, did you have a guy named working for you at Old Lady Gang? This is August 13th, 2020. I said, I can't remember. I will check. She said, please do. I wrote her back, yes, but he doesn't work there anymore. I wasn't dismissing her nephew. I didn't even know it was her nephew when she first said it. I'm just saying, yes, but he doesn't work there anymore. Then she writes back, wow, that was my nephew. He got last night. I said, oh, really? What? With a whole bunch of question marks and exclamations. I was like, how? She said, his mom just said he worked there. And then she writes back, roommate, him twice. I said, damn, I'm sorry to hear that.
You said sorry.
Yeah, I said, damn, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, I'm just curious if it bothered you 2 years. Did it bother you 2 years ago?
It bothered me the day when I left her house.
We hugged.
We hugged.
We did all of that.
Well, you know what?
We had an emotional moment when you were at my house.
We
So
hugged.
I don't understand why you're trying to act like I disregarded you in that moment, because I did not.
You know what? I just wanted more.
The next couple days later, you was texting me talking about joining Cameo and getting to the bag. The funeral was within the couple of days of her sending me that text. So you were more concerned about making sure I was up on getting the bag than you were about telling me where the funeral was to send flowers for the arrangements.
So, Candy, if you could go back in time, would you have changed anything about your reaction to it?
I don't feel like I did anything wrong with her.
So you don't feel like you could have... You don't feel like flowers and chicken wings?
Let me understand. So
at first, when it was brought back to me, because it hasn't been, you haven't seen when they told me about it, but when I first caught wind of this, I was told like she was trying to say that the person who her nephew was worked at Old Lady Gang or something like that, and that is why she was triggered with our conversation when Drew didn't mention, which I was like, wait, what? Because first of all, the person never worked at Old Lady Gang, to be clear. Her nephew did work at Old Lady Gang for a short period of time during the pandemic, to be clear. Oh, Lord. So just to be clear, we hired her nephew November 19, 2019. I did meet him because we have an annual Christmas party for our staff in December. So I did meet him then at the Christmas party. I didn't really see him that much after that because the pandemic started in March, in which we were shut down.
Well, we were in California for Masked Singer. You were gone.
Oh, right. That's the other thing, y'all. I also, right after the Christmas party, I went to LA for a few months. Well, for like 2 months to do the Masked Singer, as you all know. I wasn't even in Atlanta. I wasn't around her nephew. I did not see him. So after that Christmas party, I didn't see him no more. And then when I did get back home, Atlanta was shut down for the pandemic. So from March And we didn't open back up until mid-May. He did come back and work for us in June. July, he left again. I'm just telling you, those are real dates. You know, I always come with facts and receipts. Did I know her nephew well? No, I did not. When people come to work at a restaurant, I don't really know what's going on in their life. A lot of people that we've employed hundreds, well, maybe 1,000 people through all the different restaurants at this point. Do I know what happens in all of their lives? No, especially during that time. I was trying not to be in the restaurant that much during that time. When somebody stops working with us, I don't know what's going on in their life.
You fell out that bad because I didn't send you
We
flowers?
didn't fall out that bad. I expected more from you, but I'm okay. You could have just called my sister and sung a song.
Hold on.
Anything.
I don't really know her like that.
Marlo, you know you were wrong trying to involve Kandi in this storyline of the shooting with your nephew and so on. Yes, we know it happened at OLG or Blaze or wherever it happened. You know, she has so many shootings. I'm not trying to knock Kandi's restaurants, as restaurants naturally have shootings and incidents that may occur, but hers just more than usual. I'm playing. I know Atlanta is a battleground in that bitch. Shout out to you Atlanteans living in the wild, wild west out there. But Marlo, you know you were wrong trying to involve Kandi into this storyline. She could have sent you a honey bun or some flowers or something. Zebra cakes. Something. It would have been nice, but she didn't. So here we are. And it was made a storyline when it didn't need to be. But yeah.
When this whole thing became a big issue, I feel like both of you guys were taking it the wrong way. So you felt like, and you had a valid point, she was trying to attach this shooting to your business, which I told you that wasn't the case. She felt the way she felt, which was like she wished you'd have done more. But you were more upset. Weren't you more upset because you felt like it was something negative?
Changed.
While I am annoyed about Marlo bringing up the whole incident thing, I don't think her story really changed. I mean, she was upset about the whole shooting incident, about you not doing anything like giving her a honey bun, but then she also was upset about them using the word choice of incident versus shooting towards your situation and hers. So I don't know, she was consistent with that, as we saw.
Her whole story changed. When she first started, yes it did. When it first started out, it was all about why you can't say shooting, why you can't say nothing about her business. Everybody, nobody want to say anything to Kandi.
That was her issue with Drew,
That
not
is
with
what
you.
she was saying. No, but
yeah, that was her issue with Drew.
That was what
her
she
issue with
was
you
saying.
was that she felt you didn't show her enough compassion.
I don't want to argue with you because me and you shouldn't even be arguing about her.
Whoa, Kandi coded clicking this bitch. I don't think Sanya was trying to argue with you. I just think that she was raising points and you're the one raising your voice and now getting upset. So yeah. Yeah, rightfully so though, because I feel like again Marlo just made this a storyline when she didn't need to. Again, yes, you could have gave her a honey bun and some flowers, but here we are, you didn't, so what's the tea? Okay, no more biscuit and bullet storyline in this bitch. Everybody get a bulletproof vest in this hoe, and let's move on. So we see Drew and Ralph get into their relationship again. You know, I did fast forward past this earlier, as you guys probably have noticed. I jumped scenes, but I needed a break from their Tyler Perry love quarrel. But we are back, obviously, so let's get into it.
Do you still love Ralph?
Of course, I love my husband. I mean, I would love for reconciliation, but I just feel like there's so many issues. Ralph does not give me a safe space to share my feelings. He actually says, my feelings. Your feelings, that's your favorite line. I literally have given you all of my 30s.
My single ass needs to hush, but I'm thinking to myself, all the money you guys spent on counseling, y'all should have saved it. And y'all could have just had an open relationship and just lift it up. Because I feel like that's what y'all need. I don't know. That counseling wasn't working, so I just feel like y'all need to live it on up. That's y'all's issue. If y'all have a free and open, loving relationship, you know, keep everything on the table, no secrets, y'all could truly be happy, I feel like. But again, what do I know? Because I'm single, so don't take my advice.
Every time I try to come to you as my husband and say, babe, this is how I'm feeling, you never acknowledge my feelings. You never do right by me.
So are you saying I haven't given you a... Have you saying that I haven't given you a great life, Drew?
You talked about my mom. You talked about my dad. You banned my sister. You isolated me.
Drew, we all banned your
sister.
sister.
You did not claim JoJo on your petition.
Okay, hold on. Let me be serious because I know I was joking about an open relationship. That may be a helpful tip for them, but it's just time for them to separate because this is too much. Y'all clearly don't like each other, or maybe this is another act. I don't know. I don't know what's going on or what's real with you bitches. But I just know that I'm tired of this, and it's just, again, too much. Team, too much. No more of this. It's sad to see a relationship break down like this, and if Ralph really did do these things to Drew and made her feel like this, it is such a horrible feeling. I know what it feels like to be gaslit and so on, so that's never a good thing. But also, Drew, are you gaslighting him? I feel like there's a little bit of gaslighting in both corners going on, and yeah, it's time for y'all to just part ways. But again, what do I know, as I am single in this bitch? So don't take advice from me. I'm just saying, as somebody, looking with my 4 eyes, somebody with an opinion.
Before we move on, is there anything either of you want to say to each other? No?
I do want to say that, Drew. I mean, as mentioned, I love you, and I have loved you. Ideally, I just want to see you happy. I mean, that's something that means the world to me. I want to see you happy, and whatever that actually does mean.
All right. Drew, I understand you have a new song you want to share with us. Do you want to tell us what it's about?
From crying to promoting an album now, girl. Come on, I see you, girl. You better work that PR. Was this to promote your music? Okay, Am I believing this storyline? I don't really care at this point because it's done. I want it out of my face, and it is. Yes, we have finished the reunion part 2 in this bitch. That means we have finished all of the parts. Yes. Hopefully next season we get some new peaches. So hopefully next season y'all won't have to hear me say corroded or rotten peaches in this bitch. Yes. And to wrap up Drew's storyline or the reunion, we did get to see her perform her song in her single to Ralph, and it was kind of cringy and awkward to me. I don't know. Like I said, it's given Tyler Perry. It's given not real. I don't know. Maybe it is real. Maybe it's not. I guess we'll see when the divorce is official. I feel like I said that wrong. Divorce. I don't know. Anyways, as long as the divorce is official, we'll see. And then you'll see me with Ralph. And then, yes, I'll be living it up. Living it up. Living it up. Okay, let me calm down, though. I'm just so geeked that this is finally the last recap of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15. I think it's season 15, 16, I don't know. But they better not be going on to season 20 like this. I know we're not there yet, but are we? Look, girl, I'm getting twisted in this bitch, but this has been a Real Housewives of Atlanta recap in this bitch. Thank you for watching. If you could give me a thumbs up or anything else. Oh, hold on, before we end this bitch, did y'all see Cousin Courtney and Ralph's dressing room? What was all that about?
Courtney, what's going on?
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. You ready?
As ready as I'm gonna be.
Yeah, how you feeling?
Don't close that door on me.
Cousin Courtney, I got my eye on you, girl. You're pulling a Monica, wanting to snatch jobs and now men. Girl, work. And when I say Monica, I'm talking about, again, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Tune into that in my recap if you missed that in this bitch. But yeah, we're going to end it here finally. I just want to talk about this quick clip, like I said, of Courtney in Ralph's room. As I told you earlier, the relationship is very much odd to me, but what do I know? I'm not there to see with my own 4 eyes, so I don't know if it's giving weirdo in real life, but just on television through my screens and whatnot, my screens, my phone and my TV, yeah, it's giving to me incestiana, even though you guys aren't really family. But if you guys are, then that's really even more sick. Also, I know I lust after Ralph a lot on this channel, but that doesn't negate from his sour ass behavior and how he treats Drew in gaslighting her and so on. So I just wanted to throw that in there before you guys say, you living it up for that bitch? No, I'm living it up for his looks. Mouth closed on mute. Okay, no antics, just the looks. I know it's not about just the looks, but just, he is a fine ass man. Anyways, let's finally end it here. Like I've been trying to do. Love you, bitches.
Drew, you have gone through a lot this season. So what is your current relationship with each of the ladies?
It has been definitely a challenge. I think a lot was revealed to me this season where people that I thought were my friends, I have learned that they're not my friends. And it's been heartbreaking.
Do you want to continue on in the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise?
Oh, Lord. That is... That is a good question. I feel like this season, I feel like enough was enough. on a lot of fronts and a lot of reasons. I don't know what the future holds. I really want to focus on my music. I really am enjoying that. So I really don't know. I'm not excited to return back because of what's happening right now. I feel like sometimes you have to take a personal moment in life to pay attention to what's important. And I think my family, my children is what's important for me, and doing things that really fulfill me. And I just feel like if I don't have real friends around and it's not a friendly, fun environment, because let's be honest, I don't think people have really gotten to see how much I love to laugh and how much I love to have fun and how much I love to just be silly. And, you know, when I'm with my friends, my real friends, that's what you're going to get. Like, we're silly, we're goofy, like we have a good time. And I just have not been having the best of times in this group of ladies. So I feel like moving forward, if it's not a loving and friendly environment, not to say we won't have our moments of disagreements, but if it's not an inviting environment, I have to protect my family. And that's the choice that I'm making. So.
Ew. Like JK, but like maybe not. But thank you for watching. But you hating ass bitches always have something to say. Hating ass bitch, but you're still watching my vids. What? You're so upset. But that's like okay, because have a piece of bread, have a Xanax, relax, because I said what I said.